Hello, welcome back, Steve's Retirement Corner. Two elements for retirement success: luck and your choices or decisions. Real quick before I get started on this, I just want to, tomorrow being Veterans Day and everything, I wanted to recognize all the veterans out there. I appreciate you stepping up. I don't care whether you were doing a super secret, dangerous mission somewhere, or whether you were, all you had to do was drive a Jeep across the base and back once a week. The thing is, you stepped up and had a heck of a lot more nerve than I ever had, I can tell you that. But your choices and you've made and decisions you've made and how your luck holds out plays a big part, not only in your retirement, but in your ability to retire the way you want to. You can do everything right, make one bad decision, or have one bad spell of luck, and retirement will not end up like you wished it would. Simple as that. I mean, that's tough love, but that's what happens. It's honest truth. You know, I mean, I have a tendency to look at daggone retirement horror stories where people end up in the street or homeless, or you know, they just have a bad retirement. So I can get a heads up as to what caused it and try to prevent it from happening to me. You know, and the truth be told is most of it is bad decisions somebody has made somewhere along the line. You know, not all of it, but that's where that luck comes in. Luck and your decisions kind of play hand in hand together. You know, but I mean, they make a decision, they get on drugs, you know, they become an alcoholic, you know, they rob a store somewhere, you know, somewhere their life goes off the rails. They made a bad decision and end up hurting them in the end, something fierce, you know. It's just the way it is. And I always tend to look at that and say, hey man, if I'd have made one bad decision, I could have ended up just like them. And there ain't no telling that I won't end up like them now. But the key to making them bad decisions is to learn from them and not do it again. I mean, that's the daggone definition of insanity or something, isn't it? Keep doing the same thing over and over and hoping to get a different outcome. You know, I mean, hey man, everybody makes bad decisions. I can't tell you how many I've made. You know, but you learn from them and you start all over again and go on. You got to keep plugging and keep trying to do right. You know, I mean, it was a terrible decision for us to decide for the baby to stay home just before my oldest was born. Financially, it was, you know, but that's what we wanted to do. We could have, you know, I mean, it could have been so much different now, you know. And things might have been easier then too. So in the end, it worked out. That's why I always say, hey man, I'm probably one of the luckiest people that ever walked. I'm 57. I'm retired. Got no debts. I'm living pretty comfortable. Hey man, you know, my family's healthy, happy. I mean, what more could I ask for? But then you get that luck comes in there. I mean, man, you just might have been born into a family where you couldn't afford to go to college, you know, or you might not have been able to work a job that paid a living wage. You might have been stuck in a daggone minimum wage job all your life for some reason, you know. It could be you could get right there to retirement. That last year you work and be in a terrible accident, you know, and be crippled up in a wheelchair the rest of your life. Your retirement is not going to be nothing like you envision it to be. It just isn't, and it's just a rotten break, man. It happens every day to all kinds of people, you know, and that's where I've been extremely fortunate in that matter. I've made it this far without having a major health problem of any kind, you know. I mean, my heart goes out to anybody that has that happen to them. That's why I like to see people retire as soon as they can, as soon as they're able and they want to go, really want to go, and they really can retire. They're really able. I like to see them go as soon as they can, because you're living on borrowed time, Doc. Mother Nature or Father Time catches us all. And the older we get, the slower we recover, and the harder things are on us that happen. I mean, my heart goes out to you, whoever has. I know there's a lot of I know there's a few of y'all out there like that. They've had something happen in the last year or two, or the first year or two of retirement. Man, I hate it. There's nothing I can do. If you ever want to vent, just send me an email on the daggone on my about page. My email's right there. I get back to you, Doc. That's about the best I can offer. But I mean, even then, you don't know that your retirement can't be great. It's going to be different, but it might be something that can still be enjoyable. It all depends on how you look at it and how bad a situation it is. But I mean, you look at them people that retired January of last year, man. They were doing great, and then the market tanked like it did. Their first year out. I mean, you just can't beat that luck, man. You just can't. It can be a son of a gun, I can tell you that. But man, I think the luck, I think the decisions or choices that you make just don't get talked about enough in people's ability to retire, or in their ability to enjoy a good retirement. Everybody wants to talk about investments, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, or what you should do for a hobby or shouldn't do for a hobby. But if you made a bad decision and you got hooked on drugs, your retirement's going to be, it's going to be in the toilet. Or I mean, like I said, we had that guy at the Strength Factory. He was climbing up one of them daggone ladders, weren't nailed in, it was bolted into the side of the building. He got up 2 or 3 stories, and them bolts come out of that thing. He was trapped up inside that cage because he had them, that metal bars around the outside of it to prevent you from falling out. Well, he was trapped up in there, had to ride that ladder down. I guarantee his retirement ain't nothing like it. It's one that didn't kill him. His retirement ain't nothing like he envisioned it was going to be. You just never know. Those two things play a big role in your ability to retire and the way your retirement life's going to be. I don't know, boss. I got an email this past weekend about a fellow that had watched what had happened to his neighbors in retirement and give him the impetus to try and get out. And then Carrie from 401k Dexter's put out an email about his not an email, but a daggone video about his ex-co-worker that died 5 years into retirement. And it just, that's why I say just go if you can afford to, if you can really afford to, and you really want to get. Get, man, because there's only so long your luck can hold out. I don't know. Well, y'all take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to y'all later.